We're going to go over one of the conversion practice problems. So I'm going to double click on this. You'll find this in the Edmodo group. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of go through reasoning behind number 1 and number 2, and then please feel free to email me or comment on the YouTube link with any questions. So for number 1, we are starting with 54 pounds. So the first question we have to ask ourselves is, what unit of measurement is pounds? So pounds is measuring, in this case, mass. So the next question we ask ourselves is, what is the SI unit of mass? On the right-hand side of the paper, you'll notice we have 3 options for SI units. For distance, we have meters. For mass, we have kilograms. And for time, we have seconds. So in this case, we are going to be converting to kilograms. Abbreviation is kg. The next step is to look up the conversion factor using your foldable. You can also use Google as a resource if the conversion factor is not listed. The pounds are going to go in the denominator of this fraction that we're multiplying, so that pounds cancel out. And in this case, we're converting to kilograms, and if we only have one unit that we're converting, we need to make sure that that unit stays in the numerator of this fraction. So I look in my foldable and I found that 2.2046 pounds are in 1 kilogram. So in this case, we're going to multiply across 54 times 1 and then divide by 2.2046. Our final answer over here would be 24.49 kilograms, rounding to the nearest hundredth place, 2 spots after the decimal point. If you leave a final answer with a number and no units, it will be marked incorrect, and that kind of defeats the purpose of doing the unit conversion. So make sure all final answers have an SI unit attached to them. The next one for time, there's actually 2 options to solve this. You can either do this in a one-step hours to seconds, or you can go hours to minutes and then minutes to seconds for this second conversion factor. So this time we are looking at hours, which is a unit of time. And again, we look at our SI units list. Meters, no. Kilograms, no. Seconds, yes. So in this case, we want hours to cancel out. Hours would go in the denominator. And then in 1 hour, we have 3,600 seconds. Seconds, again, is on the numerator. And if we multiply 2.21 times 3,600, we'd get 7,956 seconds. Another way to do this would be to go from hours to 60 minutes. And then in the second conversion factor, you would have 1 minute on the denominator and 60 seconds on the numerator. You would get the same answer either way, just kind of more broken down problem. For those of you who aren't familiar with scientific notation, for number 3, this number is another way of writing 120 miles. Notice that MI is the abbreviation for miles and M is the abbreviation for meters. Both are a measure of distance. Again, this scientific notation, whatever you see in the exponent attached to the 10 tells you how many spots you move the decimal point over. If the exponent is positive, you're going to move it to the right 2 spots, giving us 120 miles. If this number was negative, similar to number 8 below, you would move the decimal point to the left 2 spots, giving you a smaller value. So scientific notation is just used for long numbers that may not fit in your calculator screen. 10 to the 2 is similar to 10 times 10, so that would just be 100. Anything times 100, you would just move that decimal point over to the right 2 spots. If you have any questions, email me at jlarson@davincischools.org, or you can comment on the YouTube below. And I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you.